Jordy.
And we're back again with another video. And today we have a very special guest. We'll let him introduce themselves later. But the topic for today is, do good guys finish last? So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my friend. Well, he's going to introduce himself, my friend Christian.
Hello everybody, my name is Christian Brent. I am Aaliyah's friend. We both went to Lamar University, go LU, and I graduated with my nursing degree, and I am currently working as a travel registered nurse. I'll be leaving next week to go to Vermont.
Ooh,
Yes,
that's far.
must be gone. Thank you for your service during this time too.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
we appreciate it. Okay, so how this whole topic came into play is Christian and I were actually in DC because one of my best friends was proposing to his girlfriend. They had like an engagement party, and Christian and I were just having conversations about how dating is today. And I told him, I was like, you kind of sound like, and not in a bad way at all, but I was like, you sound like how me and my girls be talking. Like, it is just so hard to find a good person. And I'm like, I know Christian went to school with him. He really is a good guy. So we're gonna kind of break this down in our little 30-minute podcast today and just kind of see his perspective as a man and as a good man too. You know, ladies, when we say we want a good man.
Y'all say that. Yeah.
Oh, we do. He get it already.
Y'all say that.
My goodness, we do. So, first question I have, and I was kind of talking to my guy friend Wayne about this too before, when I told him we were recording. What is a good guy? Now, I'm gonna pose this quick question. Jordan, I know you've had, me sliding your DMs and stuff, and one of the first things they say is like, I'm a good guy. Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? So, like, Christian, what is a good guy? Like, what is that?
To me, and speaking on myself, I would say a guy that has integrity. He has character. He can be emotional with his peers, but he doesn't really he doesn't overbear people with his emotions. Just someone who's like leader, has character, has poise. Just, I don't know. If you have to say that you're a good man, you're not good. Like, that's just my opinion. If you have to say that, it's just like,
I agree.
why? Why you have to say that?
Like, your character should speak for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So the situation I was telling my friend Wayne about earlier, and I would love to hear you guys' opinion on it, is there's this guy I went to school with, grew up with him. Like, literally, I think we went to elementary school together. And we went to high school. He ended up transferring schools. Anyway, known him pretty much my whole life. And he's been trying to talk to me, but only on a physical level. He's been very honest about what his intentions are. But he keeps saying that he's a good guy. And I'm trying to associate the fact that you're literally telling me that you just want to have sex with me, but then you're just this great guy. So Wayne's opinion on it was, well, I guess maybe he is a good guy because he's telling you his intentions. He's being honest with you. He's not trying to waste your time. He could very well be a good guy. So, is that how do you guys feel about that?
Where's the meme? Let me just, he's not a good guy for you. Not for you.
Insert that, okay? Christian, what do you think? Do you think that just because, a man is honest about his intentions,
I mean, yeah, him being honest, that's fine. That's the way it should be. But, I still don't agree with saying, okay, yeah, I'm being honest with you because I just want to have sex. But, I'm still a good guy. No, it doesn't. I don't know. It just seems confusing.
Okay. And so Christian said, even when we first started the thing, Christian was women say they want a good guy. So another thing that Christian and I talked about when we were in DC was kind of how women are and how men are and how we are in the year 2021. So, history-wise, or normally, I feel as women, and Jordan and I discussed this too, we are raised to be wives. We are bred to be wives. You think about it, when you're a little girl, you get you a little broom, you get you a little kitchen, you get you a little baby doll, you get you, we are literally born and bred to be nurturers. As little boys, it's kind of even with my nephews, oh, you gonna break so many hearts, look at you, how many girlfriends you got? You got you a girlfriend. And so it's just kind of why is that? Do you feel that has something to do with the way that the roles are set today? men, they're able to just kind of do whatever they want to do. They can have 4 and 5 girlfriends and it'll be fine. But if a woman does it,
She a hoe.
she's a hoe. And it's just, you know, hot girl cities, city girls, Megan Thee Stallion,
Hot girl summer.
hot girl summer,
That's what-
all of that, you know. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's right for either side, to be honest. Men or women, like the whole having multiple people in your life, you know, intimately like that. I don't agree with it. For men, because I'm a guy, I understand, but I still don't feel like it's the right thing to do at all, because you gotta think about it, like if you have multiple partners as a guy, like, yeah, we don't get as emotionally attached when we're laying down with females,
Really?
but yes, it's a little different.
surprised?
It's a little
No,
different.
I'm trying to.
I'm like, that's all I've heard. Like,
But is that a real thing though? Like, is that a real thing that you're really not like it's literally just sex? There's no emotion.
Yeah, because so that's why, like, sometimes when you see when you see like, okay, like men who are married, they'll go out and cheat, and the wives will take them back. Like that man, he laid with that woman, but it wasn't really just like because he like wanted to. It's different when you have like, I guess, a connection to a person that's, you know, you just physically want to be with, and then the person that you're emotionally, you know, connected with. So
Is that not a double standard though?
it is, but like I said, I still don't agree with it. It's not like I'm about to go out there and do it.
Right.
You know,
well, we
personally
know.
speaking.
We know.
So, but it's like, yeah, men don't get emotionally attached easily as females do. But you know, you still like fucking up somebody's daughter at the end of the day, or like you still like, you know, fucking up somebody's. I don't know if I'm cussing or not.
Yes.
Oh,
we do
okay.
a lot of that. We do a lot of that. So go ahead.
Like you fucking up somebody's like daughter or somebody's future mother, you know, something like that. Like you're messing with their psyche at the end of the day when you just sitting there playing around with them. So, and I don't want nobody to do that to me. So, at all, I don't want nobody to do that to me. So I just feel like men shouldn't do it either. You know, if you just be honest with your intentions, what you want to do, don't necessarily make you a good guy, but you know,
makes you an honest guy.
yeah, it makes you honest.
That's about it.
So, quick story time. So, have you ever felt like, or, you know, have you ever been in a situation where you feel like the roles are like that, like reversed, like you feel like you were the person that was being played with or toyed with, like most women we feel like these men be out here just, Jordan, I don't know, how do you feel? Like we be feeling like these men be out here playing with us. They be playing. Y'all be playing with us. Y'all ain't really playing like niggas. Me, like literally.
I won't say all men. I'm not going to generalize. And
You're
say
not gonna be a
all
K
men.
Michelle?
No. I'm not going to say that they all suck, because you don't seem to like suck. But a lot of y'all niggas suck, man. A
It is
lot of
true.
y'all, your bros,
Agree with it.
they trash.
I agree.
I've dealt with enough.
I feel like the reason why a lot of women are the way they are today is because of men. Because we haven't set that boundary with, you know, with women. Like, we just lust over y'all, and, you know, we look at y'all ass and titties and stuff like that. And there's a reason why women are going out there and getting all these, like,
Yeah, there we go. We
getting
get to it.
the
BBL.
yeah, all that bullshit. Like, that's, to me, that shit ugly. Like, it's ugly. I like that
The
shit.
Kim Kardashian,
Yeah,
what do we call
trash.
that?
The ant butt.
No, remember we called it something? The Kardashian something. We had an episode about it.
The Kardashian. Oh wait, the Kardashian. Girl, shut
Damn
up.
it, we gonna put it up here.
I don't know.
It was like the Kardashian effect or something.
Shit,
Dang it.
That's what it is. But like, yeah, like you wonder why women go out there and do that, because they know that men like it. At least, you know, men nowadays like. And I feel like as men, we just haven't set that boundary. Like, we need to take that boundary with women and be like, look, like, if you want to fuck with me in that way, just like y'all do, like, okay, like you want me to give you this pussy, then you gotta, like, you know, you gotta show me something. You can't just be like no regular nigga out here. Like, you gotta.
I don't agree.
What?
I feel like it's women out here having sex.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
Basic ass niggas all the time.
But I'm saying, like, how, okay, like,
With
like
no money,
like how women used to be back then. Let me say that then. Like how women used to be back then. Okay, if you want me to give this up to you, then you're gonna have to like show yourself. You can't just expect me to just give it up.
Period.
Like
Right.
that's how men should be today. Like in my opinion, that's how men should be. But we just so stuck on like, oh, like I gotta get this.
I feel like women are deciding to meet men at that rate though, and that's why we wanted to have this conversation as well. Because like I said, I feel like women are to the point where we're like, men do it all the time.
Okay.
Whatever. We're in our 20s, our early 30s.
I'm over that. I am.
Well, okay,
I'm over
we'll
it.
get into that too. Because we're kind of transitioning because y'all know me and Jordan talk about whole phases all the time. I feel like men get a whole phase and they get it.
They get a life phase.
They get they get it and that's fine. And
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
so, Christian, since you're new to the conversation, Jordan and I have talked several times about whole phases. I don't feel like I've ever had a whole phase. That's just me. But I do feel like they're important for some people. I feel like some people need to be out here living their life and doing what they need to do. I don't feel the need to do all of that, but I'm also a very emotional person. Like I'm like, y'all know me and Jordan into royal. I'm like that Gemini person. Like y'all know that people say Geminis are crazy. I'm not crazy, but I'm like
Attached.
I'm attached. Jordan knows me very well. When I like a person, it's like I'm literally like a leash. Like literally. So I can't be out here just hoeing because, you know, I can't do it. But do you feel like it's important? Like, do you feel like it's okay for women and men to both, like, even if, like, not saying they're trying to be with you, but just like, you know, would you be okay if like you was dating this girl and you know, like she told you she was like, you know, a big hoe before she got with you? Would that be a turn on?
A big hoe.
That would be.
If she
says
slept with, let's say she slept with 50 men.
Damn. 50.
I mean, I know men who slept with 50, 60,
I mean-
70 women. Okay,
Go ahead, you go first.
Okay, 40.
Because I got comments. Go ahead, though.
Like, nah, I wouldn't. Like, no.
Do you ask? Do you ask women that you sleep with how many people they slept with?
No, I don't.
Jordan, do you ask?
No, because I don't care. As long as you ain't got nothing that could be given to me.
STDs.
Do you ask people, do they have STDs when you sleep with them?
I asked them if they've been tested recently.
Do you ask for?
And
Do you ask for
go
proof?
tested together if necessary.
I'm saying, do you ask for proof?
Well, I'm not having sex right now, so.
I'm saying, have you ever asked for proof?
Yes, actually I have.
Christian, you a nurse. You can just whip out the little test, and I'm just joking.
I can flip out the.
You can just, I got the cotton swab. Open up, so take 2 seconds.
Nah. I don't ask none of that. Like, I mean, I use protection like I'm supposed to, but I don't agree with having a whole phase. I don't think it's necessary at all to figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like. Like, it just, I don't agree with it. Cause you really just like, for women, like, women who be having whole phases, like I said, y'all get emotionally attached and y'all like to feel something from a man, you know? So it's like, if a man make you feel some type of way, then, you know, you'll probably give him the chance of, you know, getting to that level with you. But when a woman is just out there just busting it wide open, popping it for pimp, becoming a bust down, if she's becoming a bust down, then like, it's like, to me, a woman that does that, like she's filling a void, like something is broken inside of her, like, you know, in my opinion. And like I said, men shouldn't do it either because, you know, it's cyclical. Like, we just transferring that same energy to women, and I just don't agree with it. Of course, because like also STDs as well, STIs, you don't want to be out there just doing all that extra shit, especially if you just like when women have one night stands or when men have one night stands, like, you're definitely taking a chance at the end of the day with that person, not knowing if they do have an STD or an STI. But you can even just think about it like on a spiritual level. Like, y'all are transferring energy at the end of the day. It's more than, like, to me, sex is more than just a pleasurable moment. Like, it's like a spiritual thing in a way. Like, you're giving that person your energy. I know it may sound like weird, but like that's what it is.
Weird.
That's what it is. Like
had
it's
the
it's
conversation
it's an exchange of energy at the end of the day. You're not just like y'all not just fucking. Like it's more than that.
Go ahead, Jordan. 'Cause
Yeah,
I have a comment specifically about the sex thing. Go ahead.
We talked about what is it when you exchange the energy?
Soul ties.
Soul ties,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So at first I was like, no, you don't have. No, you can have sex without.
Jordan was hell bent.
I was. Me and Christina. We was like, no. But I think they exist for some people.
Yeah.
Because when that whole instance in the club happened this past weekend, I was like, well, if I didn't have that tie to him, then I wouldn't have felt anything.
You wouldn't have felt anything.
And I was aggravated immediately.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's because you really cared about him also. Because there are a couple people that I've had sex with that I was seeing today doing, I don't even know.
Well, yeah.
I really could care less. I could really. And then back on the whole thing when Christian was talking about, like, I've had sex with someone that wasn't that pleasurable, but I liked the person, so it was like a better moment. Does that make sense? We talked about this. We talked about
You
this.
had an emotional.
I had an emotional tie to that person.
Right.
So, but like the actual sex itself, probably not that great.
Well, most of okay, but your main purpose for having sex is for pleasure. That's what I meant. Like in general, like sex is not.
Well, yeah.
Just
I feel like it's like but that's the thing though, and I think that's why I personally feel like I don't need to have a whole phase because I cannot have sex with somebody that I don't like in that way. Like I just cannot.
That's fair.
It's not like
It's based on.
It's
more
based
than
on
attraction.
way more. It's based on way more than just like I need to have sex. Like
Because that's what one night stands are. It's just based on initial attraction.
right. I feel like
Nothing
I
more.
literally, but like y'all know, like Jordan knows this, and she's a friend of mine. I literally have to like you. Like I just can't There's this one guy that be trying to talk to me all the time. He be trying to take me on trips and stuff.
I was about to say.
And they be like, "Girl, go." And I'm like, "No," because eventually he's like, and I cannot have sex with this man. Like I can't do it.
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
friend trying to be like, "Girl, just close your eyes."
And it be,
No, ma'am.
It be something that just like you're a good woman. Like
I
just
can't
turn
do it.
Because
I
he
can't.
fucking up the game.
I
Man, for
can't.
you to go out on trips and
He
have you ever
literally-
met this man?
Yeah, I've met him, but I just can't do it.
I mean, but that's good though. Because you're not setting yourself up for bullshit either.
But I said it 1,000 times too. Like all the little gifts and stuff, I'd be like, I don't like you, right? I don't never want to even put the illusion out there that this is anything
I mean,
more than a
honestly,
friendship.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay, so moving on. I definitely wanted to bring this up because again, this came up in DC. Do you feel, and I know Christian, you have strong opinions on this. Do you feel like marriage is a dying thing for our generation? Do you feel like people are not into monogamy anymore? Do you feel like how do you feel about the whole marriage thing?
I do feel like our generation is getting married for the wrong reasons. More for clout, more for other people instead of for themselves. To kind of, look at the extravagant wedding that I had and we posted on social media and, it's cool to have those things, but I don't know. I guess I'm just modest at the end of the day. I don't really know. But I do feel like, and some people may disagree with me when I say this, but I do feel like people just get married because they love each other, and love is an emotion, which means that it goes up and down, it changes. So if you're solely getting married with somebody just because you love them, I do not feel like it's gonna last at all. I feel like it's more about the commitment and the duty. Like if you say that you're gonna be with this person, then you have to stick with it. Like unless of course that person is abusing you or just constantly just either emotionally, physically, mentally, or if they just just disregarding you as their wives, or the wife is disregarding the husband, of course you need to leave. But I mean, people who are serious about marriage, it's about the commitment, it's about the duty, and it's just about working with one another. Y'all become
A union.
yeah. So I just feel like when people get married just solely based on love, it's just not.
So what other factors do you feel like need to be involved besides love?
like I said, commitment, duty, like just realizing that you made a promise to that person, like even when you don't love them, because it's gonna be like that sometimes. Y'all are gonna like, you know, y'all are gonna have that. Yeah, y'all are gonna have like strife within the relationship, within the marriage, but you know, you made a duty, you made a commitment. You said, you know, until death do us part. Like you have to play that part.
Okay.
I just.
That's why I asked that question, because I agree that people shouldn't get married just solely based off love, and here's why. And I think like in my older age, I've learned this because so many times I have like, you know, friends, my sisters, myself included, like, you know, you date somebody and you say you love them or vice versa. The person says they love you and then they do specific things that they know will hurt you. And it's just kind of like, to me, it's quite interesting to say you love a person, but you're able to consistently hurt them. And so I'm like, when I'm in a marriage, I may love a person or whatever, but it's more so an active choice. Like an active choice to like wake up every day and be like, I want to be with this person. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's even harder than love. Because it's like, I love my friends sometimes, but you know, and I've said this before too in a relationship, like, I love you enough to let this go. This is too much. Like my very first relationship ever, like when I was in college, Christian knows this person, but it was just so toxic. At one point, at the end of the relationship, I was just like, I really love you, but like this is just, it's too much. Like it's toxic, it's draining, and like the love that I have, like we need to just, you know. But that's love still. And I remember like being young and thinking like, but I love this person, so like, why would I leave them? No. Leave. Like goodbye. So, Jordan.
Oh, baby. I've had my share of love and leave. I'm for real. I feel like, well, when I was younger, in my longest relationship, I was like, I love this man. I'm going to marry him.
Why we always think that too?
That I'm 30, it's like,
do I really love you? Do I want to marry you? That's the thing.
I haven't met anybody none of the people that I've talked to, dated, blah, 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 I could not see myself marrying.
Why though? For what reason?
I think that part of it was that they weren't right for me from the jump, but you know, shout out to therapy for healing.
Yes.
And so now I'm going for a different type of person. I feel like before it was not solely based on attraction, but a lot of it was based on attraction. Mm-hmm. Whereas now it's kind of like, okay, fuck that. What else you got?
But I still do think you need to be attracted to the person because, you know,
yeah.
I mean,
I dated niggas that's not attractive, thinking they was gonna be better. They suck.
No. I'm just saying, like the dudes that I would have went for before.
That you would have. I feel like what you're trying to say.
Have a type.
No, but I feel like what you're trying to say is some shit that you was tolerating before because you liked the way that they looked. Yes, that's definitely what it is. It was like they was cool.
I mean, a little bit.
Because attraction is like, okay, that's what initially gets my attention. But it's like after I get to know you, and it's like, damn nigga, you cute, but you suck. But it was like you was willing to deal with it because he was fine or he was cute.
Yeah, I mean, particularly, I mean, I'll say Jonathan. Mm-hmm. That was a long time of bullshit, but that man is fine. So at one point, I was like, oh, I definitely can see myself with him, and then it kind of got to the point. Well, now he's blocked, so.
And now you're seeing him at the club. I'm glad you brought that up. Me and Jordan had a little debate about this as well, about blocking people. I don't believe in blocking anybody. I'm not going to block you. Here's why. I'm out here living my entire best life, okay? And I look amazing. And I want you to see that shit. I don't want to block you. I want you to wake up every morning when you click on my story and be like, damn, I really feel, because you did. You did.
And I feel like I don't want you to have no access to me. Don't think about me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk about me. Don't talk about what I'm doing. I don't want you.
I think for me, it's the fact that you know that you could text me and I'm not going to text you back.
Severing the tie. I don't want any parts of you and what you got going on.
I've been blocked before.
Ooh.
I've been blocked on.
What you did?
I mean, tried to communicate.
Oh shit!
Like,
That's just.
But you know, things get said, and you know, insults are exchanged.
Who was
between-
insulting who?
Nah, she started it. So look, you want to start that shit? Like, I'm gonna end it.
Oh, Christian!
So,
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
He's
Look at you.
It's emotional.
Okay.
Nothing to do with emotions. It's just, we a little sensitive. We take we know that we have emotions. At least we.
Yes, and not afraid to
acknowledge
them. I think that's so okay. I think that is so funny. But that's another reason why too. Like as I get older, and this is another thing that I've learned in therapy too. I cannot have an argument with like my significant other. Like as soon as it gets like to a point of like elevation, I have to like walk away.
Why?
Christian knows me from college. Like I have a very, very smart mouth, like a very, very smart mouth. And I will say like things to me, like both my parents are military. So like for me, it doesn't come off as rude. It just comes off as like blunt. But when I get upset, and Jordan knows this about me, when I get upset, I feel like I'm going to come for everything that you own, everything that you love. When you go to bed tonight, I want you to be thinking about the shit that I told you earlier that morning. That's the kind of person that I am, like really at the core. But I don't want to be that person, and I really don't want to be that person in a relationship because I feel like a lot of times when you are in a relationship, you just say shit just to piss the person off. And I know that we're gonna be good tomorrow, and I get over things very quickly. Like I'm upset. Like I had an attitude with Jordan earlier today, and I was like completely like I have my little moment and I'm over it. But I know that if I say some fucked up shit to like somebody that I'm dating, they're gonna always remember it. So I literally have to like if it gets too heated, I'm like, you know what? Let me just shut the fuck up because I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna be like we're not gonna be able to bounce back from that.
I'm gonna just pray that I've grown in that area because I haven't had an argument with a dude in so long. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just hope that growth is there when it happens. Yeah. And if it's not, we're gonna scale back and start over.
Even the other day, remember when I told you I was gonna address something? And it was like by the time I got there, I was like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I have no desire to argue with anybody.
It doesn't have to be an argument. It can be a discussion.
But the fact that it's a discussion that I feel like may go south, I just really don't even want to have the conversation. And I was like through therapy, I've learned that like I have abandonment issues.
I was gonna say because.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I have daddy issues a little bit, but I have like abandonment issues, and so I feel like if I upset somebody that they're gonna leave me, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just like, Now people like, yeah, y'all still gonna get it, but like somebody I'm dating, I'm very like.
That's called anxious attachment.
Yes, I'm very
Anxious attachment.
Me and Jordan love a good personality test, love a good horoscope, we love it. But yeah, so. Yeah, I just got a little, into my little thing.
I used to be like that, like to the point where I was like, you're staying here, like you're not going anywhere. And now I'm kind of to the point where it's like, all right, bye. Like, I
gotta get to that point.
Where it's like, see?
Where it's like, yeah, just goodbye. Have a nice life. Because I know that I didn't fuck it up. That's the thing. Like, I know the type of person I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know the value that I have. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you gonna leave me, goodbye. I gotta stop being the person that's like, oh, like they left me. They ain't even got shit to give me. Like, but I'm still over there, like.
We talked about closure though, remember?
Yeah, that too. Like, okay, if you just leave and like there's no main reason for you to just leave, that makes me think that something else is up. So Christian and I also talked about like closure and stuff like that, and that's why I was like, Christian really is a good dude. But I'm like, you have things to the point where, because he said something about he didn't know why his relationship ended, and I was just like, do you need someone to tell you why they're leaving you? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, for me, I don't, because I've been in so many situations to where even when you get the closure, it's like, nigga, that didn't make no sense. It's just like, so now I'm to the point where it's just like Jordan said, if you want to leave, goodbye. And you don't have to tell me why. I gotta get to that point.
Yeah.
The last time I asked somebody for some closure, they wanted some sex. That's what niggas think with closure. They want to have closure sex.
Try to get closure. Yeah.
Don't they always want to have sex?
But I think for me, I have to get to the point where I'm just like donezo. Because I literally left this man's house and blocked him as soon as I touched down to my house.
After you had sex, is that right?
Yeah.
See, you see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? So you gonna close with me? You gonna meet me at the local Jamba Juice? You can meet me at Starbucks. I'm not coming to your house. You're not coming to my house. Anywhere we're close can be
closure
rude.
now. I'm cut off. Now I haven't cut him off friends, but somebody cut me off a friend. And I thought that I wanted closure. I was like, can we just talk? Like, why'd you delete me off of Facebook? What I do? And then I got to think it like,
Girl, not Facebook.
do you really care? Do you really care?
You really don't. I feel like you really just want those last moments with that person. Like you really just want to cling on to like what they know.
I mean, I did care because he was one of my really good friends, but he was also my ex's cousins. And I was like in this thing where I was deleting all his family off my Facebook. And I was like, maybe he thought he was doing me a favor, but I wanted to know if he thought he was doing me a favor.
You see all of
that?
that? You see this?
But then I was like, maybe it's for the best. We just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, bye. We're not doing it. Anyway, we're gonna move on because we be getting to rambling. But okay, I did want to say before we close out and everything like that. All these conversations that we have, I'm so glad you're here to show your perspective because I really wanted to show that like Chris should be thinking like us. Like it really be some like you're not here to be like I ain't trying to be out here just living my life. I be hearing so many men be like, I'm young. I'm out here just living.
Yeah, but that shit will catch up with you.
Oh.
Like, you gotta
The quote of the day.
be mindful of what you doing. Like, what you putting out into this world will come right back to your ass.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to listen to this song by Nas called Daughters. Like, I forgot. I think it was called Life is Good. He just talked about how he used to do all these things when he was young, like playing women and just, having them in and out of his life. And then he had a daughter. And then it's like now he's so like, yeah, it's like karma at the end of the day, kinda, sorta. Like, cause now he's so like conscious about like, okay, like I gotta make sure like no nigga is trying to like fuck over my daughter now. Like, you gotta think about shit like that. Like, I don't think niggas be thinking
I
like
don't think
that.
they do at all.
They don't.
They don't take that into consideration.
Think about things like that.
And I think women, we do, because we were talking the other day, I don't know if it was you or Moses time, we were talking about like when men try to approach you and like you say no, I always try to make sure I'm very respectful. Because I never want you to like, men be out here now, they shooting women that be rejecting them and shit. I don't want you to ever listen. Not with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. But I'm just not interested. Or but women who be like, ew, oh my god, like why would you let's stop doing stuff like that because it just yeah.
Wait, so you talking about like being rejected?
Yes. I'm talking about like for
I
me,
don't like rejection.
but I'm talking about like the chain, like you were talking about, the chain reaction of things. I think of like if a guy approaches me and I'm just not interested, I don't like him, I'm never gonna be rude or like nasty because now the next time you wanna, because I think that women, we also talked about that too. That's on a whole nother topic about women are like men don't approach women like they used to. And I was like, if I was a man, I would be so scared to approach, especially the women of 2021, because we really some savages out here. Like we just,
I honestly just don't think that women consider that men are like
people,
humans.
Yeah.
They have emotions still. Like there are men who are shy. They can be fine as fuck, but still shy. Like if you want to talk to him, talk to him. Like I
don't offer
really
shooting your shot, ladies.
Yeah,
Shoot
like
your shot.
I don't
I
shoot my
think
shot that
women
much,
should do
but
Women should do it.
let me get some liquor courage.
I feel like I'm a very like, if I like you, I'm gonna tell you. If you don't like me back, that's fine. Like I'm gonna move on with my life. Like I feel like women should shoot it. I've shot my shot a couple of times before. One time, remember I told you, I don't know. I was drunk the night I met the person, but not the next day when I found them on Instagram. And they just never responded to my message. And I was fine with it.
I mean, I feel like every person has been rejected at some point. What we're talking about we're talking about nice niggas.
Well, that's the whole segment anyway,
But I
so
just
let's
want to
tie
talk
back
about like
Tie
nice
back
niggas or niggas who say they're nice but they're really not.
Okay, go ahead.
Nice fuckboys. How do you feel about them?
JoJo.
He was a gaslighter.
He was a gaslighter. He was really an undercover fuckboy though.
He was kind of a narcissist.
He was a little bit. He's also a Leo though. So
Okay, that is very telling.
yeah, very telling. I just feel like men are so keen on putting out that they're a good guy instead of just actually being a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like men are always talking about how they want this good woman, and I've literally seen so many men just like ruin really good women that it's just like, It's really sad. I know. So,
Yeah, bitches in therapy now.
everybody in therapy.
Shit, we all.
It's virtual too.
We
So.
all need to go to it.
Have you been there? Oh yeah, we talked about this too.
Yeah.
We've all gone to therapy.
Yeah.
My appointment's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? I haven't been.
I go every Thursday at 10 a.m.
Oh my god, that's so dry. I really need to start going back to therapy, but like my sessions were not like as beneficial as they needed to be because y'all know I'm a big crybaby and I just would be crying pretty much the whole time.
That's really interesting. I haven't cried yet.
Really? When I tell you my first therapy, I started going to therapy in 2018 after my breakup with Cordero or whatever. And when I tell you my first session was like, she was like, so how do you feel? And I was just like, I just feel like, she was like, Aaliyah, I need you to calm down. I need you to breathe. And I'm like, why? Like, Jordy understands that was such a hard time for me, y'all. Like, I would go to work and cry. I would go home and cry. I would take a shower and cry. I would go to sleep and cry. Like, I would cry so much. Like, I remember one time Courtney was like, my boss at the time, she was like, go home. She literally was like, go, because it was like her office and my office. It was like her office and
She could hear you.
she could hear me, and then like I would try
But
to
you know,
like
that's some real shit though.
I would try to run into the closet and like cry real quick and like come out and like she'd be like Aaliyah, and like if she would call my name, I would try to like run in the closet and like I would just be like and I would
men go through that, like, because I remember being at work and it was just me and Jonathan had fell out for like the first time. I don't even know. And my former coworker Chanel said something to me, and I was
it always be like, are you
and I was
okay?
like,
Yeah. It'd be the, are you okay?
and she was like, you know, speaking life into me, blah blah blah. She's older, whatever. Girl,
And she got girls, a lot of girls.
I mean, struggling at work, just boo-hooing at my desk, and Suma, and everybody was like, "Are you going?"
Yeah, I don't think men be going through that. Like we be going through that. Like when
I'm not about to cry at work. I'll be thinking about it.
No.
Really, I shouldn't be thinking about it in my profession.
yeah, you
No,
should.
you really
You
shouldn't.
should before you get somebody to
Yeah,
the
no.
CCs.
But I mean, yeah, I think about it. You know, I'm not about to sit there and cry though.
Baby, I was weakest.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I literally.
But I wonder, sometimes it just feels like men just don't care.
They don't. Like, I don't know,
Sometimes y'all
Jordan.
don't care. Sometimes.
Here's what I think, and I really feel like this is a good cycle. It's like women hurt now, men hurt later. So it's like initially, I feel like we literally, and I think, and Jordan's been with me through like, I think two really, like after the JoJo thing too, that was not good for me either. I didn't eat for like 4 days. It was really bad. Especially my roommate was like, you have to eat something. And I was like, no.
Drink some milk.
I didn't want anything. I just could not believe this nigga really played me like that. Like, I'm so serious. I'm like, bitch, you too fine for this.
I don't understand that playing culture. Like, that shit is played out.
The thing is that he like played her,
He
but
lied.
he didn't like literally. He did, but he didn't.
He did.
You know what I mean? It's not like the true definition of like playing somebody, but
Right.
at the same time, he definitely played her.
All of my-
I was gonna cuss him out.
Yeah, I feel like all of my relationships end, like, they could have ended so much better had the person been honest.
Mhm.
I really feel.
Yeah.
Like, my situation with Cordero was like, we were just like falling off. And I would always be like, you know, like if you need a break or like you don't want to be in this relationship anymore, you don't have to. But it was like, it was just this like cat and mouse game. And then finally, I tried to like, you know, like give him a taste of his own medicine, like, but something ended up happening like with his grandma or something. And I was like not answering his phone calls and stuff like that. And it was this whole thing. And I'm just like, how did I end up the bad guy again? I'm trying to treat you like you treated me. And I ended up sad. And then with JoJo, he didn't live here. We were like, you know, he didn't live here, but I was always just be like, you know, like I figured if he met someone that lived in Miami or like I met someone that lived in Houston, like it would end. But he started acting weird. So I was like, you're dating somebody that lives there, huh? And he was like, no. Then my little sister gonna send me a video of him and this girl. He had blocked me from viewing that story in particular. And so I'm like, you are dating somebody. He's like, it's not what it looks like. And I just literally lost it, y'all. I was so sick. I
I
cried
hope you
forever.
said so.
No, but I think me crying like was worse I was like screaming, crying. It was really bad. And then he kept being like, Aaliyah, I said, get off the phone. Just hang up. And he was like,
Hang up.
I don't want to hang up because I feel like I was making all the decisions in the whole relationship. You hang up the phone. You want to sit here and listen to me cry, then you do.
And that's why niggas get blocked.
And he literally sat there and listened to me cry. Finally, Special was like,
Period. What? No.
But anyway, okay, we get too deep into my horrible relationship stories.
Don't worry, girl. I got.
We really could go on because I want to talk about the whole like when we were. I can't remember where we were. We were talking about the whole monogamy thing about how like people really be out here cheating.
Oh, maybe that's what we was talking about.
I think that's what we were.
That's what we were.
People really be out here cheating.
No, cheating.
Like cheating.
Real life cheating.
Really cheating. That's what we're on like the whole monogamy thing. Is it a thing? I really think that people really struggle being with one person.
I think it's weird. Why not?
Nowadays,
It's
yeah.
not like.
That's what we were talking. We were talking about love, like love not being the only thing. Yes, because you know, like people be out here cheating and everything else like that. Like I've heard people say, "Oh, but I love her," and I'm like, "But you're cheating." So like, what does that have to do with anything?
You know, my ex told me. I was like, I was in my teens. He was probably like 20.
Yo, teens, you gotta think back, huh?
19. First of all, no, I don't have to think back that far. So I'm 25. Anyway,
I'm 25.
so he told me, because I think he had cheated or something, and he was like, "No, I love you." And I was like, "Why? Like, why do niggas do that?" And he was like, "It's just new. It's just new pussy.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like
Just new pussy."
that's all it is.
But if we
sometimes.
cheat as a
But
woman,
he emotionally he's tied to me, but it's just like new pussy.
It's worse when a woman cheats, because when she cheats, that means that it's like
it
a
means
wrap.
it's
something.
over. Yeah.
But men cannot take it. Like you cheat on a man, they cannot.
Yeah,
Take
because they
it.
know that you've checked out at that point.
Don't-
You're about to be gone.
Right.
But don't let me speak for you.
I mean, I don't. You know, it's.
Have you been cheated on before, Christian?
I don't know. I probably have. I probably have.
Not I probably have.
I
To my
never
knowledge,
know.
I've never been cheated on.
Oh yeah. Shit sucks.
To my knowledge. On the flip side,
What?
You cheated on somebody.
I haven't cheated on somebody. I help people cheat. Oh, Leo! Not helped, but
I ain't condoning y'all.
I'm not condoning it.
I didn't condone it.
I'm not condoning it.
But to be fair, that nigga lied. So
Ooh, let's not even get into this. No.
yeah, no. But we were also talking about karma.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of women are like, oh no, I don't want to do that to them, like the other girl, because I don't want that to happen to me. Because that's my mindset.
That's my mindset. Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and close. We've had so many topics and different discussions, kind of got it all over the place, but we just wanted to kind of get the male perspective. We're definitely gonna have more of our guy friends on the show to kind of just hear their points of views. Christian, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want people to follow you on Instagram or anything like that? I know you're a little private.
You can follow me on Instagram at CEE_BRENT.
It'll be on
C
Instagram.
Brent.
Yes. Okay, guys, thank you so much. You can follow me on Instagram at the Songstress.
Oh, me at Love Always JoJo.
Yeah, we've been all over the place today. And you can follow us at @OneLifeGiveYouCrabs_. If you haven't already, please go down and subscribe, share this video, give it a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted whenever we post a video. We're going to be having more of these videos come out super soon. And we also have a surprise for you guys coming up soon. It starts with a P and ends with the first letter is a P, and then.
Oh, girl.
All right, you guys. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.